Hello, fellow Americans. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, but that woman had sexual relations with me. But seriously though, hello everybody, welcome to the third episode of TV Talk, the second reviewing type of episode. Today's episode is gonna be my top 5 favorite shows. That was weird. But okay. On to the show, shall we? Number 5. Law & Order SVU. Dang it. Now, Law & Order SVU, which is Special Victims Unit, is a spin-off of the show Law & Order. I found out about this show 2 years ago, a year ago, like sometime early 2011, sometime late, middle 2010. And I gotta say, this is amazing. It's an amazing show. My favorite characters have to be Elliot Stabler and Finn Tutuola and Dr. Wong. They're one of my favorite characters. All the episodes are fantastic, filled with twists and scary turns that no one gets until the last second of the episode, or during the episode they're just sitting there like, what's going on? Well, how is this happening? Hour long. There's at least 12, 13 seasons. It sucks because the guy who plays Elliot Stabler is not on the show anymore, which I don't like that much. But you can't keep everything. You can't have everything. But oh well, I still love the show. It is still amazing. It is still incredible. And now on to number 4, South Park. Now this show, like Law & Order, sometimes, like, Law & Order shows disgusting things that happen, but for the reason of solving the case. South Park, oh my god, is a totally different story. It is disgustingly horrifying and scary, but yet hilariously funny at the same time. Stars 4 kids, Kenny, Kyle, Stan, and Cartman. The creators of the show, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, I have to say that they're brilliant minds, but at the same time, so sick and twisted. It's incredible. Now, it's been on for 15 seasons. It's an amazingly put show. I will say that it's clever. Some of my favorite episodes have to be, the first episode, Cartman gets an anal probe. That's one of my favorite episodes, one of the first episodes that I've ever seen. One of my other favorite episodes has to be Cancellation. Another good episode, one of my other favorite ones, has to be somewhat in You're Getting Old, the season 15 half finale, which I love the trailer scene. Those are hysterical. And that's number 4. Now time for number 3. Family Guy. Like South Park, this show is sick and twisted and has its own little messed up mind. But it holds back a little bit. It doesn't go beyond the line at many times, and it has this little source of comedy that has cutaway gags, that has flashbacks, that has all these other weird things that are happening in the show. Of course, there's a talking dog and a talking child who plans to kill his mother and is gay. But that's not the point. One of my favorite parts about Family Guy is the fact that they can keep a story without even letting anyone know about it. Like, especially now, many of the recent seasons have been mentioning past episodes, past stories, which I like. I like when an animated show like Family Guy has continuity. And the show has had not much continuity, but has had enough to show you that they're at least somehow in line. Meg's turned 18, but Stewie is still 1. James Woods was killed. Yes, and Diane Simmons was killed also. There are a few other characters killed. But there's so much more happening in the show I can't reveal yet because you have to watch the show unless really don't care for spoilers, but I'm not going to be an a-hole. But the show's been canceled 2 times. And it was canceled after the 2nd season and canceled after the 3rd season. And then it came back in the 4th season, and then it kept coming ever since. The 200th episode is supposed to be coming out end of this year or the beginning of 2013, which I can't wait for. But one of the biggest things, the biggest conflict with Family Guy is the similarities to The Simpsons, but I'll get more into that with my friend Patrick Lenahan in a later review. But that's really it. My favorite episode of Family Guy has to be Airport 07, which is a huge reference to the movie Airplane. One of my other favorite episodes many of my favorite episodes are Brian episodes, because Brian is my favorite character. My favorite Brian episode, I think it has to be somewhere in Season 3. It was one of the first Season 3 episodes. It was either, I can't remember the beginning of the Season 3, but there's another episode, Brian Does Hollywood. That's one of my other favorite episodes. Yeah, favorite character is Brian. I don't have a least favorite character. But yeah, that's Family Guy, and it's hilarious. Now time for number 2, SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I have watched this show since it first came out in 1999. I've been a fan of it ever since. And I love it. It is hilarious. It is one of the greatest... It is, by my definition, the best show on Nick right now. And there are a number of shows that are on Nickelodeon that aren't horrible but aren't amazing. The shows that like Tough Puppy, the Penguin Show, Big Time Rush, those are pretty funny shows. They're not ha 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 funny. They're like ha ha ha, that's pretty funny. Other shows like Victorious, House of whatever the heck it's called, and I don't know, those other shows, they're not good. They're not not even funny. I know one show's not supposed to be funny, but it's not good at all. That new show, How to Rock, I've never seen an episode of it, don't like it. And Fred the Show, I'm sorry, but that... I was never much of a big fan of Fred, but I'd rather him stay on the internet because he's not much of a big television show guy, but unfortunately he wants to get more dough, and he's gonna have to suck down and be, I like this, for seasons. Hopefully it gets canceled sometime, and he realizes, oh, hey, I should stay on the internet, or I should stop now because I've been, Tyler.
Yeah?
When did, Fred start on the internet?
2006, October.
2006, so, yes. I mean, 6, 7, 8, 9, more than 4 to 5 years. That's a pretty long time. I mean, this is only like my 2nd, 3rd year on the internet.
Hopefully they won't make it an Annoying Orange TV series.
Oh god, don't even start me on that horrible show. But back to SpongeBob. SpongeBob, you know, I mean, everybody knows SpongeBob. I've not met one person that did not know SpongeBob. Stars, Tom Kenny, voicing SpongeBob. It is probably one of the greatest shows of all time. It is amazing, and I still love the show today. It is, to this day, there's not one episode of SpongeBob that I personally hated. There's some episodes I did not like, but what are you gonna do? You can't like every single show. Granted, the number 1 will have episode I've never hated, but we'll go into that later. But SpongeBob has been great, and I want to explain to everybody the whole SpongeBob sucks now, SpongeBob's gay, it's a horrible show, nothing's funny. To an extent of Season 5 and 6, I'll agree with you on a certain point that the episodes were not as great as Seasons 1 through 3. Seasons 1 through 3 were gold. They were episodes that God came down to earth and written for himself. Season 4 wasn't bad. They had episodes that were pretty funny, pretty good. One of my favorite SpongeBob episodes has to be in Season 3, which is probably by far one of the best seasons. And Season 3's best episode, Chocolate with Nuts. Chocolate with Nuts is the funniest episode. It's hilarious. Yes, yes.
Chocolate!
Yeah. But, everyone's saying now that SpongeBob's a terrible show ever since Steven Hillenburg left the show. He didn't left the show, he's just not the show runner anymore. He still works with the show.
I think SpongeBob is doing very good.
It is doing very good, and I'll explain it. Season 7 has had good episodes, the Curse of Bikini Bottom. That was a pretty funny Halloween episode. The Back to the Past. Back to the Past was a very good episode.
Oh, I love that one.
That was a good episode. SpongeBob's Last Stand was pretty funny. It had the Legends of Bikini Bottom
those were great.
miniseries. They were very good. Towards the end of Season 7 got really good. And I think Season 8 has been non-stop amazing. With episodes like Accidents Will Happen, Frozen Face Off, Family Vacation, Mooncation, Barnacle Face. All those episodes have been
Pet
really
Pat.
funny. What?
Pet Sitter Pat.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Pet Sitter Pat was one of my favorite episodes so far.
Yeah. There's new episodes that are coming up soon. The Karen 2.0, In Spongiac, Planet of the Jellyfish. Those look pretty good. I can't wait to see how those look up. So if anyone's not a fan of SpongeBob, then I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I swear on all that is spongy. I swear to God. I swear to God, I won't. I'll kill you all. I'll kill you all. Sorry guys. Got a little out of hand. What was it talking about? The whole SpongeBob show is still good. There's trouble with writing good episodes, yes, but that's the whole point of writing a show. If you want to make really good episodes, you gotta put not bad episodes or pretty bad episodes in the front to make an upcoming episode look bigger. The good example has to be SpongeBob's Last Stand. There were a couple episodes in the beginning that weren't great, but they were pretty okay. They were pretty funny. And Season 8 has been non-stop great. Season 8 is beginning to look like Seasons 1 through 3 again. So, give SpongeBob a chance. Patrick Star is my favorite character also. He's my favorite. I consider myself the #1 Patrick Star fan because I have his name. I act like him. I'm stupid. I eat ice cream. I jump and body slam my stomach to the ground. I sleep on a rock. So yeah, that's SpongeBob. And now, the my #1 favorite television show. Whose Line Is It Anyway? The US TV series. I'm not gonna lie. This is the best show. Out of all. It is the best show. And it's hilarious. It is literally the greatest show on earth. I've never met a single person who has not laughed at this show. My favorite character, Colin Mockery. It stars Ryan Stiles, Wayne Brady, Colin Mockery, and the host, Drew Carey. Colin Mockery is my favorite character. All episodes. Every single one of them are freaking hysterical. I've never not laughed. I've never not laughed at this show. And the amazing part of this is that it's all improv. There's no scripts. There's no... Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they practice, but with other situations. But when they actually do what they're doing, it's all improv. And some of the best games has to be Hollywood Director, Scenes from a Hat is their best game, 2-line vocabulary, mostly just to piss Colin off. It's pretty funny. But all of them are amazing. They're spectacular. Now, one show is better. I'm sorry. I love SpongeBob, I love Family Guy, South Park, and those other shows. But that's because that show has had dramatic moments on that show. Even South Park, as stupid as it is. Whose Line is all comedy. It's all improv. It's all do this. And it's great. A lot of games also. Many of the games require the audience saying, "Oh, what should we do this? Where should it be?" The questions only have been another amazing game. Freaking hysterical, man. It's great. So those are my top 5 favorite shows. My next review is going to be the movie Forrest Gump. That's going to be my next review. So, hope you guys had fun. I just did my review, so hope everyone had a good day. Ah, crap, not again!